This is Genre Books. My name's Gavin, and today I'm doing a tag, and this is a tag from Reading Ideas, an original tag from this very week, and it is the Isaac Newton tag. This takes events in the life of Sir Isaac Newton or characteristics of the man and turns them into a dozen prompts for us to find analogous instances in books. I'd urge you to look at Reading Ideas' tag video, where he details the biographical incidents of Isaac Newton as it relates to these prompts, because I'm not going to repeat those here. I'm just going to go for the prompts themselves. As I said, there are a dozen prompts, so let's get cracking. Prompt number 1: adopted, sent away, or abandoned. So find characters who this has happened to. I think I'm going to go slightly left field here and look at The Midwich Cuckoos, which was a novel by John Wyndham, turned into a movie, Children of the Damned or Village of the Damned, or both. I think there was definitely a sequel, but the original book is spooky sci-fi, a little, brilliantly scary in its premise. An entire village is blocked off from the rest of the world for a day by an invisible barrier. Hi, Stephen King. And all of the people inside the village are unconscious for the day. The barrier goes away, the people wake up, things go on as normal until all the women in the village find out that they are pregnant. These are the cuckoos of the title, and when the children are born, there is something very odd about them. They have telepathic, telekinetic powers. Their rate of growth and learning is accelerated. If one of them is told a certain set of facts, all the children in the village know about it. And these interlopers have been left by a passing entity. We don't know what, whether this is some higher power, whether this is some kind of alien visitation, but it's certainly one of the most original invasion stories you'll read. Prompt number 2: the use or the measurement of time. And I'm going to go for Salman Rushdie's Booker of Bookers winner, Midnight's Children. In a thematic continuation of the first prompt, this is about a group of children who are born at the same time who have special powers. That's where the similarities end. These children did not come from the same place, but the same thing happens to them because of being born at a specific time. In this case, the partitioning of India and Pakistan. Not only do these 1,000 children find that they have diverse special powers, but they are able to telepathically communicate with each other. I was lucky enough in 1994 to go and see Salman Rushdie read from Midnight's Children. If you know the book, you'll appreciate the deliciousness of the fact that when he was reading it, he had a bad cold and was completely stuffed up trying to read as the main character. Prompt number 3: a test of strength. A book where a character performs some big feat of strength. And for this, I've picked Richard Matheson's I Am Legend, because I think that the main character, the only remaining human character in I Am Legend, has to perform many and various feats of strength throughout the book. Strength of character in order to just keep going. Strength of personality, of psychology, not to be undone by the monsters that surround him. Physical strength in just keeping himself safe, and psychological strength in not letting the events that have happened in the past sap his strength. Prompt number 4: a character with a dark side or a temper. And for this, I have chosen the Death World novels of Harry Harrison, and the character I have chosen is absolutely everybody who is a native of the planet Pyrrhus. These are the hardiest of hardy people you can hope to find, and they will break your arm as soon as shake your hand. They are quick to react, and they are quick to temper, and they have to be to survive on the most inhospitable planet in the galaxy. But there's a lot of humour there. You'll have to trust me. Prompt number 5, a quest that destroys the character's personal life. You'll also have to trust me that there is no humour in Jude the Obscure, but that's the book I've chosen. Jude is on a simple quest, really. He wants to go to university. He wants to be a scholar. He teaches himself Latin. He teaches himself Greek. He wants that life. He's not in a position to be able to get it. But it doesn't stop him from trying, and he has a flaw a mile wide in that he will stick to that goal and to the rigid morals behind that, to the detriment of his life. This is Thomas Hardy's last completed novel, and I think probably his darkest. Prompt number 6, a questionable decision, where a character takes probably a wrong turning. Can't remember the surname of the character. I think it's Glowgower, but it's Carl Glowgower from Michael Moorcock's Behold the Man. The decision he makes is hubristic. The decision he makes is to go back in time. I won't be giving any more spoilers away than what's on the blurb on the back of the book, but he goes back in time to the time of Jesus. But what he finds is absolutely not what he was expecting. Prompt number 7, scale change. I had this book as my answer to prompt number 3. Then when I got to prompt number 7, chose another book by the same author for prompt number 3. I moved this one down to prompt number 7, because I've chosen The Shrinking Man by Richard Matheson. No real clever thinking there. He shrinks, scale changes. Prompt number 8, falling, or something to do with gravity. Now, you knew that gravity was coming if we're talking about Isaac Newton. And I was stuck here. I could have said the 3-body problem, where the 3-body problem itself is a problem of gravity and prediction. But I think everyone's talking about the 3-body problem at the moment, so I'll talk about something else. Lucifer's Hammer by Larry Niven and Jerry Pournelle. This is a book about the impending striking of the Earth by an asteroid, and certain scenes where we are riding alongside the asteroid in the early stages of the book definitely relate the importance of gravity to the situation. Again, I'm not going to say much about the remainder of the book. Suffice to say that it's one that is 600 pages long, so that'll be a very long book where an asteroid doesn't hit the Earth. Prompt number 9, red herring, false trail, the use of codes. I have chosen for this prompt Foucault's Pendulum by Umberto Eco. Now, it has been 30 years since I've read this book, so quite how many red herrings there are, I misremember. False trails, I think, are there. Certainly someone is trying to hide their trail, and our main characters are trying to uncover the truth. I don't do rereads, but I really think I ought to go to this one again. I remember enjoying it immensely, and I think it's possibly the most Borgesian of Eco's works, which is no bad thing. Prompt number 10, revenge or punishment. And I've gone for science fiction. And it is Alfred Bester's Tiger Tiger, or as it's titled in America, The Star's My Destination. This is the story of Gilly Foyle, who has been left for dead in a spaceship, but has extricated himself from the situation and is now on track of those who left him in that situation. It's a pure revenge story, and it's a great one. Prompt number 11, Rise and Fall. Character arc which goes into the stratosphere and comes crashing back down to earth again. This is a book that I definitely have answered a tag question with previously, but it must be a good one because it is usable for a number of different situations, and that is Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. And it would have to be the character of Becky Sharp, who is probably one of the most engaging heroines in Victorian literature, full stop. It is difficult not to root for her as the novel progresses, but it is also hard not to understand that she has a reckoning coming. And prompt number 12, Genius, a writer or a character. Now, there's plenty of writers who are geniuses, but I'm going to go for a character because I was reading early in the year books specifically around characters who are supposed to be geniuses and, outlandishly genius-like. So I'm stuck and torn between a book and a book that is inspired. And the book is The Hamptonshire Wonder by J.D. Beresford, where a child genius is rejected by his father but encouraged by a local worthy to explore and display his talents. And the book that it inspired is Olaf Stapledon's Odd John, where John is another genius. Both of these characters display almost superhuman abilities. Odd John much more markedly so, but Odd John is a genius and meets up, linking telepathically across the globe with many other geniuses and people with special powers, not a million miles away from Midnight's Children in that regard, but only that regard as far as I can remember. But both those books certainly show the danger of what true genius can represent to their surrounding communities. Thankfully, not the case with Isaac Newton, who, although he had some very weird ideas when he wasn't talking about maths, he was a great genius and he ended up on money, so we know he's clever. Thanks to Reading Ideas for creating this tag, and thanks for tagging me, and I will be tagging people in the description below. I'll also link the video I did about the Hamptonshire Wonder, a very early one, so I'll apologise for any technical difficulties I was having at that point. Until the next time.